Hello, Barca Nation. This is FC Barcelona Central. I am your host, Pedro, bringing you the latest news from the club. Today, we're talking about some significant departures, some fascinating insights on why the Nico Williams deal truly fell apart, the latest on the Luis Diaz case, and how the UEFA is tweaking the Champions League. So, get ready. Okay, cool. Let's start with the significant departures, and it's the one of Pablo Torres. His arriving to Mallorca seems imminent. The Cantabrian player is set to leave Barcelona this summer and head to the island to join Mallorca. The price will be a 5 million euros for 50% of his right. Pablo sees this move as a perfect place to grow away from Barcelona after 3 years without much playing time. Contracts is currently being drafted, and just with a minor few details left. The transfer should may be official in the next coming days so he can join Mallorca preseason, which kicks off on July 10th. Pablo is clearly that he wants to join Mallorca and has rejected some offers from some other European clubs. In fact, the player has shown his desire on social media with a like that did not go unnoticed. The Instagram account of Mallorca posted a supposed starting 11 for Mallorca next season, featuring Pablo Torres as the starting attacking midfielder. The buzz began when the player liked the publication himself. But now, interestingly enough, this hypothetical future 11 for next year for Mallorca also includes Ronnie Bargi, who will be Barcelona's second signing this summer after Joan Garcia. The Swede has already completed part of his medical with us, and signing will be official in the next coming days. In principle, Deco and Hansi Flick's idea is for him to start the preseason at Barcelona, and if he does not meet the expectations, he will go out on loan. Mallorca was actually one of the first teams to ask for his loan when they heard about the potential move. Also, Mallorca's sporting director has been following Pablo Torres for a while and even tried to sign him last season. All signs point to Pablo Torres and Mallorca joining forces in the next few days, though Mallorca fans are already a bit more nervous awaiting the official announcement. Right, to another potential outgoings that could definitely benefit us. Girona had returned to work this Tuesday with a very thin squad with just 16 players and no new signings. They haven't ruled out the return of Oriol Romeo and Pau Victor, though these are considered to be more complicated. Right after last season, Girona said goodbye to their loan players, including Oriol Romero. Their sporting director already warned that the summer will be long for signings, even more so that they have received the green light for UEFA for new additions from Manchester City. Remember, the City Football Club owns 47% of Girona. Oriol still has one season left in Barcelona with the Barcelona contract, and his departure hasn't been made official yet. The player knows that he's not on Hansi Flick's plan and is awaiting news while he's preparing and getting ready in Barcelona while training. Now, Pau Victor has not announced his future yet, but his contract extends until 2029 and he's open to a loan. Real Betis has positioned themselves in the front line, but for now there are no further movements. With the arrival of a new winger and Flick's decision to use player has Lewandowski as backup, like for Lewandowski like Olmo or Ferran Torres, Pau Victor's options of Barcelona has been reduced. However, it is not ruled out that if no other signings arrive, Pau Victor could end up staying. Let's also dive into the saga of Luis Diaz. The Colombian future could start to become very clear very soon. The player is expected to make his decision this week, and what I mean by decision is for him to put pressure on Liverpool. According to Colombian media, the winger plans to speak with the club and make them commit. Luis Diaz wants a clear offer of a renewal contract with improved conditions, or he wants them to agree for open the door for his departure and consider some of the offers that he's been receiving already. It's an ultimatum for the player, either a contract extension or a sell. So why this firm stands? Well, according to this report, he is one of the lowest paid players at Liverpool. He's currently in the low to mid salary bracket within the squad, specifically earning the 60th highest salary on the team, despite being an undisputed starter and having a spectacular goal scoring numbers. This season, Luis Diaz has demonstrated his incredible versatility, playing both as a central striker and as a winger. The player and his entourage is not against staying in Liverpool, but they are very strongly believe that the English club must value him appropriately. His current contract expired in 2027, and he neither can nor wants to continue under the same conditions. What he's asking for is for the club to define its stance, because it is crystal clear that this could be his last major summer to secure a transfer that also allows him to sign the biggest contract of his professional career. Sources from Colombia confirm that the player will only make a move when he knows Liverpool's decision. If they don't wish to renew him, he will directly ask to be sold. Right now, the club is in a very delicate situation with the tragic passing of Diego Jota. And Diaz does not want to disrupt the atmosphere. However, he will push for a resolution during July, and the market is advancing, as the club could miss other opportunities. At this moment, Luis Diaz reportedly has offers from Bayern Munich on the table and a strong interest from Barcelona, like we know. Also, he has an interest from the Saudi club Al Nassr. Colombian reports assure that he will not go to Saudi Arabia and that he does not have any close agreement with Bayern Munich, although he could if Barcelona does not have enough economic power to face this operation. Everything now depends on the final price, whether Liverpool decides to let him, and if Liverpool decides to let him leave. Something that they have been reluctant to do. The English club is trying to sell Darwin Núñez, with advanced negotiations reportedly underway with Napoli, and will reassess their position once they get there and once that's finalized. If they manage to complete this transfer, Liverpool will be very reluctant to sell Diaz, or more importantly, to lower his price. Various sources cite that he has an evaluation of 82 million, a figure that Barca is not willing to play, but that one Bayern Munich will be willing to negotiate. I will definitely bring you all the latest news regarding Luis Diaz. And we talk about Luis Diaz because everything fell through with Nico Williams. And I have some truly explosive revelations regarding the Nico Williams deal. Miguel Galan, president of the National Center of Football Coaches, publicly explained through social media the reasons why Nico Williams' agent Felix Tainta ultimately lost trust in Barcelona. He alleges that Athletic Club had a privileged meeting with Javier Tebas, the president of La Liga, who then revealed confidential information. What a snake. Galan stated that in a meeting with Athletic, Tebas showed information from Barcelona's interim financial statement, allowing them to verify on site that the profits and losses counts that did not reflect any amount related to the corporate operation selling of the VIP seats for the Spotify Camp Nou. Furthermore, Galan claims that Tebas explicitly informed the club about the reduction of Barcelona's squad cost limit, and that the club did not have enough balance or registration capacity to comply with the financial fair play. Galan continues stating that, and in accordance with the confidential information revealed to Athletic Club, a situation arose where Nico requested an additional weird agreement in the form of a release clause. FC Barcelona, acting like righteous, was not willing to accept such conditions because it's definitely unheard of, and they would not ask this release clause if Athletic Club would not have seen this type of numbers. Galan's conclusion is damning. He says the failure to sign Nico Williams is attributed exclusively to the distrust generated by president of La Liga towards the player's agent. Galan believed that after the meeting between the president of La Liga and the president of Athletic Club, confidential economic information of Barcelona was provided to Nico Williams and his entourage, which was overstated in order to generate concern in the player's family and try to convince them to include the release clause that lacked all logic. This is truly shocking and wild and strong accusation that could have major repercussions. Again, everyone hates Barca. Now, the last piece of news I have is regarding the UEFA Champions League. From this season forward, the top seeded team will earn the privilege in the league phase, eliminated the previous draw to determine who play at home and away. Pretty much, the UEFA is correcting the errors from the first edition and revamping the new Champions League. The top European Football Body is introducing this change for the next edition. This modification that comes in from the round of 16 and on. This correct of an error that Barca suffered last season. Actually, despite finishing second in the initial group phase, we played the return leg both away in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. The quarterfinals against Borussia Dortmund and in Inter Milan in the semifinal, respectively. The Blaugranas were eliminated at the Giuseppe Meazza in extra time in a match decided in some controversial performance by the coach. Not by the coach, but by the referee. Long story short, Barca should have played the quarterfinal and the semifinal at home, that second leg. The first game should have been in Borussia Dortmund for the quarterfinals, and the next game should have been at Barcelona. It was the opposite. And for the semifinal, they should have played the first game at Giuseppe Meazza and the last game at that wasn't the Camp Nou, but it was at the Stadio Olimpique. This change won't affect the Champions League, but it will also apply pressure to the not pressure. It will apply to the Europa League, Conference League, and the Women's Champions League. With this, there's also a cool feature that is added too, that the top seeded can have this privilege stolen if a lower ranked team in the league eliminate the higher ranked team. They will inherit that privilege being the top seeded from the subsequent knockouts. Wow, this is a lot of news, guys. From Pablo Torres' exit, the new chapter on his career, and now taking a peek behind the curtain on this Nico Williams crazy saga. Everything pointing to La Liga president against sabotaging Barcelona to the new Champions League rule. There's definitely not a dull moment here at Barcelona. What do you think of Pablo Torres' move? Are you surprised, as I am, of the accusations against Tebas? I am not surprised. We should definitely, I hope we have that power, they should vote him out, or however they choose the president of La Liga. Let me know your comments, the thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every single development as we head into the preseason pretty soon and beyond, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, and Visca Barça.